Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeff White Fitness Solutions. Thanks for checking out yet another video from me today. And knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And I say that because we need to understand what's going on in the world around us so we can survive and do well in these crazy times. So, today's topic will be about inflation. We all have talked about it. We all feel it. We all know prices are going up on practically everything we need. And so we need to find out why. In this video, we're going to talk about some of the reasons why prices are going up. And some of these aren't really discussed in mainstream media, but it's something we need to know. We need to understand it. And we're going to talk about some ways that we can help alleviate some of the pain caused by this inflation. All right, so let's get started. But before we do, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And please leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. All right, let's get started. Okay, guys, so this is why I think we're going to see prices go up. And this really isn't discussed much, but we need to talk about this and at least be aware of it. So, look at this. This is the US debt clock. This is the official US debt clock. And this shows how much the US has spent. And if you look in the top left corner, it's in red. US national debt is 36 trillion 405 billion 423,600,000. Oh, $700,000. Oh, wait, $800,000. Oh, $900,000. Oh, wait, 424 million just spent. You see how fast that money's being spent? This is real time, people. Real time. So this is how much the US owes. Now, you may not even know how much a trillion is, but 1 trillion seconds, you won't believe how long that is. 1 trillion seconds is 31,600 years. Let that marinate. 1 trillion seconds is 31,600 years, and we owe $36 trillion. See how my voice hit that high note? You just can't believe it. 36 trillion. So the next question you may ask yourself is, well, how would they pay that back? Well, if they were to pay it back, there would be three primary ways to do that. The first is to raise taxes. The next is to cut spending. And the third is to sell US Treasuries. So let's look at each of those. Do you really think they're going to raise taxes? I do. They will definitely raise our taxes. We see our taxes going up all the time. So that is one thing they're definitely going to do. Next, cut spending. Will they really cut spending? Well, let's look at the largest US budget items that they spend the money on, okay? So if you look on this page here, you can see it in the middle left. And it says largest budget items in gray. And in blue, it says Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and Defense War. These are the three largest budget items that the US spends its money on. So Medicare and Medicaid is $1.6 trillion. Do you think they're going to cut Medicare and Medicaid? If they do, they'll be right in the streets. Social Security, 1.4 trillion. They won't even try to cut people's Social Security. Right in the streets. Defense War, they're not going to cut that because they keep spending. They spent money on the Ukraine war, and they're sending money to Israel. Well, we do have a new president, so we'll see what happens with defense war. But you have to remember also, the US has military bases all over the world, and those cost money. So those are part of defense war. You got defense, you have war. So they may cut back on the war spending, maybe, maybe not. But they definitely won't cut back on defense because that's the military all over the world, and they got salaries too. So in my opinion, and you guys can share your thoughts too, this $36 trillion is going to be very difficult to pay back, and they will not cut spending on Medicare or Social Security. They might on war, but Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security, those are two of the biggest budget items in the United States, and they're not going to cut that. But what they will probably do is raise our taxes. And as far as US Treasuries, that was a big way the US would get money. But as of late, Japan and China, two of the biggest purchasers or holders of US Treasuries have stopped buying US Treasuries. As a matter of fact, they have been selling their Treasuries and using that money to buy gold. So it's not looking good for the US. And this is just a main reason why we need to seriously be mentally prepared to see not only our taxes get raised, but to see things get more expensive. Okay, guys, so this is just, something that I believe we need to pay attention to. I could be wrong about this, but as I look at it from a logical perspective, I do think that the US is in serious trouble. And this is a major reason as to why we're seeing our taxes go up. Another thing we have to consider that I didn't talk about in the previous video or the previous slide is the fact that as they print money, it dilutes the purchasing power of the dollar because there are more dollars out there. So as a result of that, that can cause items to get more expensive also. So it's just very important that we really pay attention to what's going on. So here are our action steps. And I always like to finish my videos with action steps because we can always talk about the problem, but we need to really help come up with some type of solutions also, or ways to help our situation. So for me, I am an optimist, but I'm also a realist. So I like to say expect the best, but prepare for the worst. And that means be mentally prepared for higher costs and prices. And we are seeing that in a variety of different things that we need and use daily. So just be mentally prepared for that and prepare accordingly. So what you want to do is pay attention to current events like this, and I will continue to talk about these things also because, again, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, so we have to know what's going on so we can prepare. Another thing we can do is buy assets that retain or increase in value, and that could be things such as stocks. Some people are really big on crypto. You can buy things like precious metals like gold and silver. Another thing is things like real estate and maybe even some businesses. You can buy things like that, but you want to buy assets, and whatever asset you choose. But I would also suggest you buy a variety of assets, so in case one does go down a bit, you have others to help pick up the slack. So for example, some people are buying gold and silver right now, and others are buying crypto. And if you buy one or the other or both of those, then also maybe, I don't know, maybe some dividend stocks or something like that. But I'm not giving you advice, I'm just giving you examples of things you should do. But you definitely want to buy assets. And another thing though, think of it like this. If things are getting expensive, there may come a time when you simply can't afford to buy certain things. So you want to buy those things now. So if they do get too expensive, you already have them. And if need be, you could sell them at that higher price so you can do what you need to do. Another thing you want to do is you want to have multiple income streams and passive income streams. Too many people have that one job, and that one job, which isn't giving you raises, is supposed to pay all your bills for all these things that are going up in price. Your rent is going up. If you have a mortgage and and the interest rate is going up on that, you gotta worry about that. Your property taxes, all these things are getting more expensive, but your paycheck is still like this. So you want to have multiple income streams and multiple passive income streams. And I've talked about that in many videos, and I also have books and online courses about creating income streams and passive income streams as well. So you definitely want to check those out. And last but certainly not least, you want to pay down as much debt as possible, because that debt is like an anchor. It can weigh you down and prevent you from paying on things that you have to pay on. So if very possible, pay down on that debt and save as much as you can. So when things really hit the fan, you'll have that extra money to help cover your increased costs. Knowledge is power, people. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the better you can prepare for whatever comes. We don't know what the future holds, but the more we know, the better prepared we can be. So I just want to thank you guys for checking out this video. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. How do you feel about this situation? And the more we talk about it, the better off we can be as a people. In addition, please check out my products. I have a book on investing. It's called Invest for Success, Millionaire Wealth Strategies Not Taught in School, because I am a former stockbroker. And I also have online courses on Udemy, and there's one here, which is titled The 9 to 5, How to Retire Early with Passive Income. Each of these can be very beneficial and vital to helping you overcome these turbulent times we're facing. So you guys have a good night, and we will be talking soon. And I didn't say the date of this video, so let me just throw this in here right now. It is January 27th, 2025. January 27th, 2025. Let's see where this debt is in a month, 6 months, a year from now. Hopefully it's not too much higher, but I'm not very optimistic about that. All right, guys, you take care and be safe, and we'll be talking soon. Peace.